Hi, I'm Alex Paulton. I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Talking Timepieces. In this episode, we're going to be talking about this Nelco sports chronograph from the 70s. Now, I did some research, and there's almost nothing about this company online. The only Nelco is an Indian engineering company that dealt with other product types. They might have vaguely been involved with this Nelco, but I doubt it. The beautiful part about this one is it's a very, very classic rally style chronograph from the 70s. It's a hand wound chronograph. It's not an automatic, but it does say that it is water resistant and it's anti-magnetic and stainless steel back. It's got a lot number or a serial number there. Let's see if we can get it's got a little serial number. Swiss made, water resistant, anti-magnetic. And Nelco, it is a beautiful piece. The dial is a very nice blue, and which goes very well with the orange. I guess being from New York, I'm kind of sympathetic to blue and orange from the Mets colors. It does not have any loom. If you see, there's no T, although it does have very small loom pockets, but I don't see a T on the dial, but it could just be the convention from the manufacturer as well, or there could just be literally no loom on this thing, or just some very, very lightweight phosphor in those divots. Now, the 17 jewels and the fact that it's a side-by-side layout and from the 70s, hand-wound, betrays that it's almost certainly a Valjoux 7733 inside, which is actually about the only thing you're going to find about this watch online. Now, let's pop this open. Careful. There we go. Let's take a quick look on the inside. Hey, look, somebody serviced this watch back in 10 years ago. Look, 714.9. I'm assuming 2009 because if it were any of the the 20th century dates, it would have had a 7 or an 8 or a 9 on it. So since it just is 9 all by itself, I'm assuming it's 2009, which isn't bad. So that means this watch was serviced at least 10 years ago. Now, the mainspring, I see that the balance wheel's going. I'll wind it a little bit. You can see the winding action there. And so, yes, that's a Valjoux 7733 of, all right, anybody who's opened up any of these older watches will see. And here we go. Let's see. Let's zoom in. There's a maker's mark visible. And, it looks like, yep, there we go. 77. Let's see if we can get that in there. 7733. So there we go. Let's get some more light on that. Yep, 7733. So there's a Valjoux 7733. There you can see the little gold spring they have there for the Inca block, which is just a fancy way of saying that it's a spring-loaded pivot. So that way, if there is a shock to the watch, the spring allows the jewel to move slightly, give with the shock, and then come back. And it is a chronograph that uses cams, not column wheel, but the 7733 is a real workhorse in the industry. It's been in a lot of watches in the 70s. So it's a very nice piece. For the time, it was probably considered garishly huge. A shock watch like something today would have to be 45 plus millimeters to shock the way something like this did back in the 70s because, compared to, say, a 36, this watch would look huge. See, let's take a quick look-see. Get it in there. All right. So yeah, we're looking at about a 39, let's say 38, because I'm fumbling here. So this is probably about a 38, 39 millimeter case. All right, there we go. And lug to lug with the shrouded lugs, but lug to lug, let's do it from here. Lug to lug, it is 42. Okay, so it's a large watch, but it's a compact watch. It's not very long lug to lug because of the shrouded lugs. It's a little bit tough to get with the bent spring bars. It's easy to get something under there, but with a straight spring bar, I would imagine it would be tough to get something under there. I like to wear this on a NATO, but you can put this pretty much on any kind of a strap with maybe a stripe or color accents, or like a leather strap with, say, blue stitching. But because of the nature of the watch, I would say this is more of a sports watch that you would put on maybe a metal strap, beads of rice, a grain of rice strap. That would be a really nice one as well for this. But just wanted to show you this. It's a beautiful example of a 70s chrono, hand wound. Here we go. Let's see. Beautiful piece. I just noticed that the stop that and restart. The first time the minute subdial slipped, I guess it had to be reset, and that settles in there. So that's something it's showing its age, but it's still running very well. There is a tack subdial, and it's a highly legible piece. So this this watch I paid 350 euros for. So it shows you that you can get yourself a really nice piece with some real history in it, of a movement that is highly respected, beautiful presentation, and not break the bank. And this, like I said, goes on all kinds of straps. I currently have it on this NATO. The orange, I like it brings out the orange in the stopwatch dial, and the gray helps soften the transition to the black because it's a blue face. So for 20 euros more, boom, you've got yourself a really highly functional, attractive hand-wound chronograph with a Swiss movement. So, thanks for taking the time to listen, and I'm glad you did. Please hit subscribe. This is just a hobby channel, so I don't post these on a very regular schedule, so subscribe and you'll be notified when a new episode goes up. So thanks a lot. I'm Alex Paulton. I appreciate you taking the time to listen today.